So it's gone down even from you doing that as a stinger. Captain America Brave New World, 51%.
Oof.
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 Oof. Has it changed? What's the... Oh, it's just all Critic. Yeah, okay.
Yeah. We haven't got popcorn yet. Not yet.
It's a stinker.
Yeah, wow.
It is Splat City, baby.
Pretty bad. So, a few things. So the social media reactions came out yesterday. They were really bad. You could see that they were really bad, and I was like, I bet you anything. I said it in my video yesterday, and I was proven right. All of these reactions will turn to negative reviews tomorrow, because obviously it was yesterday, and then lo and behold, today, like everyone's reviews to like ultra negative, because they couldn't say too much on their social media embargo, reaction things, but these are pretty bad. These reviews are bad. Has any of you read any of this stuff? Have you seen any of these reviews?
Oh yeah.
I saw a couple of them last night.
God damn. So you wouldn't have seen these, because these have only been released today, I think, if I remember rightly. They should have. They've only been released today.
Yesterday it was at 47%.
Hey,
we were at 47% yesterday, so it's gone up a little bit.
Yeah, but it's gone up a little bit, but it's still not good, is it? You know what I mean? 51% is pretty bad. I don't know where that stands for the overall MCU. So it's at 51%, isn't it? Eternals is 47%. Ant-Man Quantumania is 46%.
Let's see. I'm scrolling through right now to look at Marvel movies. Iron
Fist
TV show.
I think the Marvels has a bigger. Does the Marvels have a bigger?
I'm looking right now.
Rotten Tomatoes score. I think it does.
The Marvels is fresh at 62%.
Yeah, so this is pretty bad. I mean, look, I did a tweet about this, and I was just like, this was the most obvious outcome in a movie in years. Like, if anyone's followed this production, like, obviously it was always going to be bad. The production's just been a complete mess. I'm amazed they didn't just scrap it, because Jesus, it's been terrible. Like, completely reshot it, then more reshoots, and then more rewrites, test screenings all over the place. It's been terrible. But these are funny reviews. Bearing in mind, always remember, listen, because I'll get to the reviews in a minute. But as I'm reading out these reviews, guys, and chat, remember, this is Marvel, Disney. This is the biggest franchise on planet Earth right now. The biggest franchise on planet Earth. I think this is an indictment that Kevin Feige absolutely wasn't the one, who was shepherding the MCU, because something's happened if he was the one. But as I say, another tedious slog in the Marvel superhero sausage factory. Even the most devoted fans will find it a letdown. Pretty bad. Even the positive ones, right, are not good. Even the positive ones are not good. Like this one, Flick Direct. Quite comical. That's a woman. Flick. Get it? Flick and Direct. Anyway, Captain America Brave New World showcases technical strengths, but flaws in CGI and execution keep it from reaching its full potential. I mean, that's not a good review, is it? It's not a great review. Let's be honest. It's got some technical strengths, but blah, blah, blah. The movie's more interested in fan service and protecting corporate IP than in telling that story or any story. 1.5 out of 4.
Wow.
The movie wouldn't feel human at all, really, if not for the convincing emotion bond established between Mackie and Carl Lumley as Asaya. So that's still not particularly good. 2 out of 4, but that's considered fresh. I mean, that's not a good review, but all right. As the kind of action fantasy spectacular expected from Marvel, Brave New World is a non-starter. Often it feels closer to a TV procedural. Like, That is brutal.
Mm.
That is brutal. What are you guys hearing from like people around you in America? Are you hearing people can be are interested in this or what?
No.
No.
Nobody has any interest in this movie. It is completely like nobody actually cares about it in terms of pop culture. No one's talking about it.
No buzz.
Somebody
No
in the
buzz.
chat saying Grace Randolph liked it.
Yeah, she did. She is crazy. That chick's nuts.
I
gotta
like the part where
I'm
the wings came out of his back.
Yeah, I'm gonna get us a new Grace Randolph thing too. I'll try to get that done this weekend. But look, let me just say this: the three of us stood around for a few hours at a time in a couple of different places, and we talked about this. And then the people that were also standing around with us were talking about it, but not from a like, oh, I have to see this movie kind of a thing. It's like, oh, this thing is going to be a flop. It's a disaster. It's going to be terrible. The expectation of the mainstream audience, the normies, the people that weren't actually part of the creator side of the equation, like we are, they had no positive expectation of this. I mean, there are a few people in my audience that are going to go see it because they go see everything that's Marvel. But when you think about it, you're going to have that group. That group is always going to want to keep up with whatever's going on because this became a big part in their life. The problem is that, and I think you guys would agree, this kind of has already lost people. There's so much homework involved. I mean, if you didn't see a couple of other things going into this movie, you're going to be terribly lost. Like if you skipped Eternals, which thank God you did, but you're lost because it references Eternals. If you don't know Shang-Chi and the Rings of Power or whatever the fudge that was, or any of these, other things. I mean, there's elements in here that if you didn't watch, if you didn't see Falcon and Winter Soldier on Disney Minus, you're going to be like, what's happening now? And I mean, this is the biggest problem with the way they built this interconnected universe is they interconnected the film and the TV side, not recognizing that if you didn't make good TV, nobody was going to have Disney Minus. They just get out of there. So it's I don't know. That's my perception, guys. I don't know about you, but I don't think anybody wants this.
Well, I've not.
I don't know. I
don't think anyone wants it. I mean, I've not watched Falcon and Winter Soldier, so I have literally no idea about anything to do with any of that.
I watched it, but it was very forgettable.
That's true.
It was insulting, is what it was. Falcon and Winter Soldier was basically they were trying to tell you that the terrorists were the good guys, and that a decorated American soldier who did nothing wrong except accept a job that he was offered was somehow the bad guy.
Yeah.
It was despicable. It was a disgusting show. It was race baiting crap. But then again, guys, I take all of my movie opinions from Grace Randolph, and I think she said something along the lines of, I think that Marvel is just hitting its stride. So, I think we've all got to just accept the fact that this movie's good because we went beyond the trailer and found out.
Is there a review not on here somewhere?
I'm sure it's on here. While you're looking for that, though, me and Mike are actually going to go see it this weekend. So, yeah, we'll definitely have to talk about it next Tuesday for sure.
I'm going to try and watch it tomorrow.
My wife and I are going tomorrow.
There
she is. There she is.
Here it is. Disney Marvel's version of a political thriller. Enjoyable, not just for fans, but families. The standouts here, in addition to Onar's strong directing and the performances from Mackie, Ford, and Lumley. The film has a lot of heart and moral character.
A lot of heart and moral character. God, she's terrible. I said to my wife after we have Korean barbecue tomorrow, I think my wife and I are going to go see this. And she was like, "Oh, do we need to get tickets in advance?" I said, "No, no, we do not."
No.
I am one.
That was old school Marvel days.
I'm seeing this in an hour. I have to leave in an hour, but I'm seeing this in an hour and 15 minutes. Let me tell you something. There are 5 people in my theater. I am one of them. Nobody is going to see this. I'm
going to be watching this tomorrow in a brand new refurbished theater, right? Like brand
nice.
new. It's got like reclining
Fancy.
seats. Really quite fancy, actually. They've just had it shut for effectively a whole week. And it's opening up tomorrow for the first time, right? And I bet you anything I'll just be able to rock up and I won't have to buy a ticket. I bet you anything. Now, if that was any other movie, after a theatre being closed down as well, you wouldn't be able to rock up. But I bet you anything I'd just be able to rock up. I'm just going to try it. I'm not even going to. I don't see it as a risk, just turning
And the
up.
thing is, you'll get to test out those reclining seats and see how comfortable they are to sleep in, because this movie will probably put you to sleep.
That is exactly what I'm hoping. I've had a terrible sleep last night. Bloody stupid dog. God, bless her. You see him right there. Well, you can barely see her, but she's sat right there. She's coming into season, and she's being proper needy, absolute needy nightmare. Just been like, wouldn't settle in a crate. Had to get in the bed. Fucking joker. But anyway, yes, this movie's garbage. Everyone hates it. The reviews are awful. Like, they're genuinely bad. You guys said it was like 40 odd something earlier, or something like that. Did you? What did you guys say?
All right. I don't know. Real quick, Mike just showed me. So this is the theater that we are going to at 4:30. If you can see, there's two people.
Oh, wow.
That's you.
Are the two people you and Mike?
No, we haven't got tickets
Oh,
yet.
all right. Okay.
Wow.
No, those two are empty. Those are the handicap.
Yeah, that's bad, eh?
There's no
Nick,
Oh, never mind. Correction. Those are
It is
handicap
usually.
seats. There's nobody. It's empty. Nobody is going.
Oh no!
I was gonna say what
Wow.
you should do if there were only two people there. You should
Yeah.
get the two seats right next to them.
Yeah, and that's today. Oh, and then the 7:10. There's 11 people at the 7 o'clock showing.
God, wasn't there like some thing going around saying that it's projected to do like $200 million or something like that domestic?
No,
they're saying like 60 million, I think, which even that I think is
I
pretty
think
high.
that's what I brought. I think that's what I brought it down to the last time we were talking about box office on this show was 60. I think in between 60 and 70.
But you're seeing sources saying this thing's going to be 85, 90 million. I'm like, you were higher than a kite.
Yeah,
it's definitely not. Well, I could be wrong. My
190 million global this weekend. 190 global. Really?
no way.
Nah, I don't think it will be.
Definitely not in China, because as soon as they said there's a black man in there, they're going to all be leaving, because they already had to zero him out of the movie poster, and they basically just have. Yeah, the Captain America is basically like an outline of a person.
Well, so that is a standee where you're supposed to be able to take photos, supposedly.
That's a little convenient for China. Like, China just happened to make that their display because they could then get away with not having him in it.
Yeah. Oh, well, there you go. What a disaster. We got some super chats actually about this. So let's take a look. So we got one from Marcos A. Nice to have you on, dude. Says, why in the beginning title of Captain America 4 it just says Brave New World? It's not a Captain America movie.
Really?
I've not seen that. I didn't, because I've not seen the movie. So apparently the beginning title of Captain America just says Brave New World. Is that right?
Huh? I guess culture will find out in well over an hour.
But if that is the case, I don't know. Maybe they are trying to sort of subliminally minimize. Well, how can you? Because the movies, they're going to call them Captain America, aren't they? So I don't know. It's dumb if that is the case. Yeah, I don't know. Any thoughts? I don't know.
That would be surprising if they did that. Take the America out of it, because America's bad.
Oh, God, what an
racist
idiot. I can't believe he said that. What a spaz. Oh, God. Graph Web. For F's sake, cancel Disney Plus. Cheers, my dude. And Stephen McBride says fans really want Shang-Chi 2, not this Captain America crap. Do they really want Shang-Chi 2? Do they?
I think they're being sarcastic.
I didn't hate Shang-Chi, just for the record. I
didn't hate it as much as a lot of other people. I didn't like it, but I didn't think it was as bad as some of my other friends said it was.
I hate Simu Liu as a human being.
Oh yeah,
but
yeah.
I didn't mind the movie. And when I saw the movie, I only knew Simu Liu from Kim's Convenience. I didn't know like what kind of person he was, so it didn't color my perception of the film.
And that girl and his friend or sister,
Aquafina.
Yeah, she was just too over the top for me.
Yeah.
She's your quirky Marvel sidekick. She's the Kat Dennings of this movie.
Gotta have some slapstick humor. Yeah.
By the way, what happened to Kat? Because she's great, and I feel like they kind of
she
kicked
banged
her
a duck,
loose.
I believe. I believe she had sex with a duck and had a baby with the duck.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Kalechi Oki has super chatted over on Streamlabs. Thanks so much, buddy. And says, said this on Midnight Sage yesterday. Marvel is in just as dire straits as DC. This is strike one already. They have 2 more chances this year. Out of all superhero media coming out this year, Superman looks the best. Will Marvel last long enough to Secret Wars? So I agree with you, but actually you're wrong. This is strike 2 because they already had the Marvels, remember? No one watched Deadpool and Wolverine and was like, yeah, this is a Marvel movie. Everyone watched it for nostalgia based around 20th Century Fox universe. That's so important to maintain. That is why people watched it. It was a cameo. It was all about cameos from a completely different universe.
Yeah.
They didn't watch it for anything to do with Marvel. You know, like tangentially it's connected, but people watched it because of nostalgia. So the last real Marvel movie was the Marvels, and that was a disaster. So yeah, that is this is strike 2, I'd say. And yeah, out of the superhero media, yeah, I guess Superman does look the best. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, I have to see a bit more of it because that weird wang eye that he had in that close up was a bit weird. We don't approve of the boss eye. But,
and that Spider-Man, that animated series that's out on Disney Plus right now, it's not pulling in numbers either.
The animated shows don't really pull in a lot of numbers. I don't think. Like X-Men '97 didn't even do very well.
No, and that show was great. I really liked X-Men '97.
Me too.
But it just didn't have the numbers.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Anyway, let's. Anything to add, or shall we move on from this now?
I'm good.
Good. All right. Let's move on.